And we're gonna continue. So next up, this is Tormund up across here. If I remember, there's like a bunch of little treasures in here, but I can't get to them right now. Alright, here. Help! Miranda, what is it? Bolero. It's actually, since it's not upgraded, ours is actually better right now. I'll hold off until we upgrade it, and then we'll put that HP on it. You guys look like you're about to go to a funeral. Alright, I don't think we can go very far over here. Yeah. I don't think we have a good chance at beating it now. But I kind of want to try. It's only one. So I feel like we'll start off with we'll do an attack break, right? We'll bleed it. I don't know if bleed is. Yikes! That's with the attack break. We'll slow it down. That's good. We'll also give him poison for extra damage. And then we'll break its defense. Actually, no, we're gonna do this. Yeah. We're gonna do the big break. And then we're gonna rely on Sienna doing Petal Storm and getting a big crit. Ancient Spores, Paralyze. Oh, okay. Heavy Thrust. We could paralyze you. Maybe that would work. And then we'll switch over to Len and have her start healing. So you're broken in all types of places. We can do this. There's a crit. Oh. Another heavy thrust. Heal all. We're good. That wasn't a very big heal. We could reapply bleed. Hey, I think we're actually gonna do it. See what the power of friendship can do? Yeah, that was harder than some of the bosses we faced. Okay, cool. If it's just one of them, I feel like we can do it. Now, if it's more than one, fuck. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's cool. I really didn't need to see what was over there. I'll come back. I'll come back with my suited up mech, and we'll just murder them. Do. Oh, I want to go over there though. Alright, well, there's nowhere else to traverse, it looks like. I know there's a way to get in here. I just don't remember where I entered from. Oh, maybe there. Do that one. And then I think this one you have to go all the way around. No. There is a treasure chest over there that we haven't been able to get to, though. Metal jerkin? I love metal jerkins. I guess, yeah, give it to you. Silver breastplate, shielded mail, silver breastplate, okay. Have this metal jerkin. Where do I go? Oh, that one's actually one of the easier ones. It seems like you can't go, but no, you can. Alright. Yeah, let's go over here. Alright, we made it. So, this is basically Seattle. It's always raining. For anyone who lives in or around Seattle, does it rain as much as they say? I've never actually been. Main capital of Terran, the rain never ends. This is why Sienna's awesome. Makes me want to go to a bar and get a drink. That's my energy all the time. Or a hot bath. Hey, come with me fast. Prince Frederick is about to give a speech in front of the palace. I bet it's about the rumors. Do you think the rumors are true? Apparently an airship returned from Farnsport with an injured general. I've heard something about an assassination. Do you think Escania planned to betray the treaty? It rains very frequent. Oh, okay. So you're on the West Coast? That's cool, that's cool. We've been waiting for almost an hour now. Shouldn't we just head straight into the palace? Now that you said that, here they come. Dude, the pigtailed, pink-haired chick. I'm here temporarily, but I live in Vegas, technically. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Vegas is fun. I was jealous. My wife just went on, she just had a business trip in Vegas a few months ago. Vegas is just a wild time. Do you ever, I don't know, get tired of it? I know you said you love it, but I know I'm not talking about going down the main strip, but I just feel like there's probably just a constant massive influx of people, you know? I can't wait to see their faces when they hear the terrible news. What the fuck is wrong with this fucking anime lolly? Maybe I should go down and get a better look. Keep your emotions at bay. Remember your position. Strict as always, my dear General Gustin. I live further northwest, so not in the fray. That's good. Yeah, it's a very eclectic group of people I find that live there, in the shit, you know? So, all right, General Killjoy. Besides, I think most of them have already heard the rumors. They truly spread fast. Have you finished your small talk? Frederick, this fucking douche. It's very diverse there. Yeah. I grew up. I was born and raised in Chicago, and then I lived in. It's my forever home now. Oh, that's awesome. I would say Northwest Arkansas, specifically Bentonville, where I'm at. It's actually really, really cool. It's very, very up and coming. I don't see myself moving from here, so yeah, I totally understand. But yeah, I moved to rural Indiana when I was a teenager, And then from there, went to college. I lived on the East Coast, specifically around, I lived in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, like outside of Philly, outside of New York. Like I'm kind of citied out for the most part. How's the housing market in Bentonville? It's actually funny that you say that. It's actually the fastest growing housing market in the country, just because there's a large influx of people coming here for work, because Walmart's headquartered here, the largest retailer in the world, and they require that all of their suppliers, so basically any product basically that you see in their stores has some form of office out here. So there's a lot of consumer products representation out here. So for that reason, it's about, I'd say probably now more than 50% of the population is like transplant. So yeah, there's a lot going on. But because of that, everything's expanding, and property values are shooting up. And if you manage to jump on the train before it really took off, like, yeah, you're gonna be all right. So I don't know, it varies, it really does, because the outside areas are still very affordable. I mean, even like places in Bentonville, if you compare to other places like a Vegas or something, you can definitely find things within all price ranges. Oh, it's almost all watered down now. Ugh. Oh. Sorry, I just had to fix my mic. I don't know if I've asked this, B-Wabs, but what do you do for work? Do you work in an office? Or are you remote like me? Because if you're living somewhere temporary, does that affect work, or how does that work? God, why won't this thing stay? Hold still. There you go. So basically what Frederick is doing right now is he's just he's spitting out all his bullshit why they need to go to war. A year ago, the tide turned. We conquered Warrenshire and defeated Gravos, because we all worked together, because we did not give up. Gravos, in its devious ways, did not endure this, and not only killed hundreds of Tarian soldiers in the explosion, but also sacrificed its own people. Is this what passes as honor in Volandis? So, as you know, if you've been watching the game so far, you know that these guys are full of shit, and that they actually wanted a war, and they're just coming up with their own reasons. They have the Grime War right back there, and if you see that guy back there who actually wanted the explosion to happen, he was there on the day that it happened too. So yeah, these guys are they're dickbags, if you need to be reminded. There it is. To this day, I am firmly convinced that it was the right decision, but today, word from Farn's part has reached us. Our Chancellor and soldiers have been murdered during the peace ceremony. Troops from Escania executed Chancellor Etgar and some of our brave soldiers. Only General Matthew could escape and bring us the word. So the rumors are true after all. General Matthew killed him. Can we accept this? No, I have no choice but to take up arms again. The war that I wanted to avoid at all costs will continue. For this, I need your support, people of Terran. I can promise you one thing, though. You will not experience famine or misery anymore, because this war will be ended quickly. With the annexation of Warrenshire, we acquired the weapon that devastated the area a year ago. You hear correctly. The most powerful weapon in the world is now in our possession. Behold the Grand Grimoire. Alright. This is a weapon that can destroy an entire city. Terrifying, but it looks so harmless. If it belongs to us, nobody will mess with us anymore. There it is, Killian. That's the same stone. Yes, this is the Grand Grimoire that destroyed Wernshire, but contrary to the prince's words, it was not used by Gravos back then. It had always been in Terran's possession. How do you know that? Why didn't you tell me that you knew about the stone? I know about it, but I don't have any more information than you do. Sorry, Glenn. Yeah. With this weapon, we can destroy the entire armada with one blow and bring the war to an early end. Rest assured, people of Terran, this war will end soon and we will be the victors. So victors right here. Why does the prince show the grimoire in public? Making the people feel assured, and the rumors will probably intimidate the enemies. Let's hurry to the palace. I must speak with him. Matthew is a miserable liar. Sir Victor, about the grimoire. Sorry, I didn't mention it before. Fix your fucking game. The Grand Grimoire is one of the reasons I'm in Volandis. I'll make it up to you. There is someone I would like you to meet, but first let us escort the princess safely to the palace. Alright. So this got these two hulking bodies of armor over here. Thanks be to fate, you are well. Words cannot describe how relieved I am. At last, all those sleepless nights are over. People tell me where. Please tell me where you've been. God, I can't fucking read right now. I'm sorry, Frederick. It was not my intention to cause you grief. I should be angry, but now that you are back with me, I just can't. Your companions have my deepest gratitude. If it were any other day, I would have arranged a big banquet for your return. But with the war ahead, we must set an example to the citizens. Housing market isn't the best in Washington, and I'm still looking around. It's Bentonville. So Bentonville is the northwest tip of Arkansas. It's like just over the border of Missouri. So Midwest. Yeah, Bentonville, Arkansas. It's pretty dope. I like it. It's kind of like one of those pseudo cities. It's not an actual city, but there's just like a lot of stuff. It's probably going to end up being like a mini Dallas in the next couple years to a decade, just with how much they're doing. There's like a lot. There's like constant construction, and there's about, I don't know, 30 families a month moving in this area. So yeah, it's expanding pretty quick. Do not worry, I've had enough of banquets anyway. Frederick, I have an important matter to discuss with you. I was present at the banquet in Farnsport and saw what happened there. It was not the soldiers from Escania who attacked our men. It was a wild demon. You're not telling us anything new. What do you mean? Sir Matthew told us about it. His report of the evening was very detailed. It's a bit quaint right now. Yeah, I would say that. It's kind of like an in-between. There's stuff to do. Like, there's nightlife, there's bars, there's lots of restaurants and stuff. It is right, basically, so the area that I live in, Bentonville, and then there's right next to it, there's Rogers. Rogers is kind of more of like a city vibe. That's where like the big concert venues are, or the big concert venue is. That's where a lot of the businesses have actually like they've built like offices and stuff out there. But Rogers, Arkansas has like a lot. How's the diversity? It's pretty diverse. You know, you have like the locals that tend to be like, like the kind of the homegrown Arkansas crowd. But with it being 50% transplant, like, yeah, it's pretty much the melting pot. But yeah, it's I like it. I wouldn't recommend anywhere that like was like super like country or like south, because Vegas literally has everything. Oh yeah, it's not going to compare to like a full blown city. Like there are things that they're like, it is lacking, of course, but I think it's like you kind of take the good with the bad. Like traveling around so much easier than a city. I was just in Dallas, driving around, and yeah, it's a city. Even though Dallas is probably one of the like the more modern cities, where like the way that they have the city kind of configured, it makes sense. Like they have tons of like bridges and stuff. A lot of cities don't have that because they've been around for so long that they've outgrown their infrastructure. You know, I'm talking like cities like Chicago, New York, Philadelphia. So, yeah, it's I mean, yeah, it depends what you're interested in. It sounds like, do you like the city more? Because if you're more like with the city vibe, I would say, yeah, you're not gonna do better than Vegas or some of the others. General Matthew, why don't you tell it yourself? Oh, here he is. Matthew. Very well. As the princess explained, there was an attack on the banquet by a demon, but even the strongest beasts had no chance in the presence of the best knights of Volandis. The monster was quickly put down, but the real monster appeared only afterwards. Escania showed its true colors. Chancellor Sigurd had our men and Chancellor Ekkar assassinated. In the chaos of the attack, our men were killed by the swords of Escania. I am sure they would have blamed the demon, but I was able to escape and carry the truth to you, my prince. This is a lie. Well, I lived in the suburban part of Vegas. I don't car. Oh, you don't care for the high life? Yeah. Yeah. Then I'd say like then you're in a good spot. You know, like if you like, you know, just having the option, I think would be nice to do stuff. Like I think the only thing that I would miss if I was talking about like things that like I really care about is like the beach. I really like the beach, but you know, I'm in the center of the country, so it's not gonna happen. That being said, though, when I lived in New Jersey, in Pennsylvania, New York, I didn't really get a chance to go to the beach that much, just because the Northeast is. I don't like the Northeast. The Northeast is so overpopulated. Going to the beach is like an all-day endeavor. Like you're going to be battling traffic for hours just to get there. There's going to be no parking. You're going to have to pay to get on the beach. Beaches aren't free. It just wasn't for me. Also, it's probably like the most, coming from somebody who lived in Chicago, New Jersey and specifically like New York City, like around that area, by far the most aggressive place I've ever lived. Like there's assholes everywhere, you know, but like they grow them differently in New Jersey and New York. So yeah, that's another thing to consider. Hold your tongue, wretched traitor. Do not trust him. I saw you with my own eyes. You gave the robbers an order to kill Lady Parnella. And that is not the end of it, Lord Brother. After the banquet, I heard home through Cortara. Do you know who stood in my way? This man, who even tried to kill me. With all due respect, that is not true. Why do you say that? First, you claim that I am lying about the banquet, and now you are trying to slander me? Prince, please do not listen to her. She seems confused. You've been away for a long time. Celestia, let us talk later. It's best if you go to your room now and freshen up. For your companions, I will provide the best rooms in town and will reward them generously tomorrow. Frederick, this is not the right time for you to take care of my well-being. The war is based on a lie. I see your point, and I promise you we'll talk more about it tonight, but now please get some rest. Uh-oh. It's about to go down. Please do not ask me to do this again, Prince. It breaks my heart to lie to the princess. And it would break hers if she knew that her brother is very well aware that Sir Matthew took care of the Chancellor. Hey, what's up, Retro? How's it going? How you liking the game? Your truth is more useful to us than my sisters. You performed your role surprisingly well, General Matthew. Thank you, my prince. One could think my sister is the real liar. This is gonna get good. Yeah, it's a great game. If not for the fact that she is the most honest person in Volandis. I agree, Matthew. Step forward. Prince? Remove your armor. My armor? Are my words unclear? I don't understand. As you said, my sister is the most honest person in Volandis. When my sister claims that a demon invaded the banquet, it is exactly what happened, right? Yes, as we already know. If my sister tells of a group of dwarves that are singing an ode to the moon on top of this tower, then there is a group of dwarves standing on the top of this very tower and are giving away the most beautiful ode to the moon. I grew up with a lot of Super Nintendo RPGs, so I was writing. Oh yeah, you're gonna fucking love it, man. Prince. And when my sister claims that you tried to kill her, you actually did try. Wait, please. She just said that to discredit my statements, so my sister is a liar after all. No, I mean in this case, Prince. Luck seems to be on your side today, General. Normally I'd have them slit your throat, but since your statement is the foundation for this war, our people would be skeptical if I had to explain that you were executed after your return. I'm sorry, please. I meant no harm to Terran. But the people will certainly not be skeptical when I tell them that General Matthew came back from his bloody banquet with only one arm and one eye. Yeah. Do it. Do it. That's what you get, man. That guy sucked so bad. There's so many terrible people in this game that you kind of want, like, just the worst things to happen to. Victor's going to bring someone who can tell me more about the Grime War, but it's been an hour already. Sienna, Killian went to the city. Rob and Len stayed at the castle. I'm too nervous to wait here. Okay, so here's where we get to explore. I'm on my explorador bullshit. Alright, what's the over or under that this cat's going to be pissed off when I pet it? I'm saying like almost with 100% accuracy. All the cats are always pissed every time. Sometimes they're not, but there you go. It's angry. Oh, cool. I just got a sacred water for that. Or just in there. Not for doing that. There's nothing better than sitting here reading a book and drinking a cup of hot tea while the rain falls against the window. Have you tried whiskey? $55. Alright. They say the Eskanians like to party, but when it comes to drinking, nobody can beat us. Cool. Fuck, I was talking about onion liquor. Ugh. How far are you, Retro? I'm not spoiling anything. I haven't really had a ton of time to play. I was away for a while, and then I'm playing 3 different games. Not far, really. Okay. I don't even think I'm finished with the first chapter actually right now. So I did attempt one of the unique or like world boss monsters earlier, and I couldn't beat it because I need more magic attackers. We don't have all our people yet. Alright, so if I remember, there's actually a decent amount of shit to discover here. When I've seen that you've been streaming, haven't been able to catch them, but I do get the notifications. Are you streaming just this, or are you playing other games? Oh god. That's the wrong way. Variety of stuff. Yeah, I do the same. I've been doing a bunch of stuff for 14 that I've been putting off. I'm grinding out all 4 tank relics in Baja, so that's taking up a lot of my time. But I'm doing it because I know, like, once more content comes out, I'm probably not going to do it. I'll be streaming this Monday, though. Cool. Yeah, I'll try to make it. I was talking to B-Webs, who's also in the chat. They stream kind of like stuff that we like. I've seen like RPGs, but also like horror games too, that they've been doing. And pretty much every time I feel like I have an opportunity to watch, it's either like, oh, there's B-Webs. I'm also either streaming or I'm not on at all. Yeah, but if you like Wild Hearts, we we've been playing Wild Hearts together and having a blast. The, you know, the Monster Hunter-esque, like, not, like, Monster Hunter rival, I guess? I don't know. Are there any other, like, super prevalent hunt games out there? Followed so I can check that out. Yeah. Yeah, he's a beast. Dauntless, which I don't play. So Dauntless is a hunt based? I guess I've never actually paid attention to it. I don't know. Like, it's definitely brought like curiosity to like other games in the genre, but kind of like with Wild Hearts, you know, I don't think I'm as into it as like, because you guys have been playing it a whole lot more. Atlas Falling is something coming out. I've seen Atlas Falling. I think you we were talking about that. But yeah, I mean, like, it just makes me want to play Monster Hunter. I'm like that guy that, like, I had my heart broken by a girl and I'm trying to move on, so I'm like dating around, and like every girl I date just makes me miss that one girl more, and that's how I feel with Monster Hunter. It fucked me up. No. If I really wanted to play, I'd probably just pick up Rise, but I didn't really like Rise. I don't know. It just didn't really like. It felt like slower. Like the combat felt laggy, you know? Monster Hunter World, yes. I feel the same way. I hate Rise, yeah. It just like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Tin ore. Uh, 1,700 hours in Monster Hunter World. Yes, I beat you. That's the one thing I'm gonna beat you in. I had like 2,000 something. But you know what's really funny? When I switched to PS5, it like there's something wrong with like the syncing in the cloud, and it deleted like so many hours. I guess it stopped syncing after a certain point. So like I think my current file in Monster Hunter World, I think it's like right around like, it's not Fatalis. I think it's like Elatrion, and that's when like it stopped. And I was so fucking pissed when it happened. But luckily, by the time I switched to PS5, Monster Hunter had been dead for months. So, yeah. That's a lot. Yeah, I know. I don't cry very often. But, yeah. I have Monster Hunter World, but haven't played it much. It's fun. It's a fun game. It's not so, like, I don't like it nearly as much, obviously, with it being kind of dead. But yeah, it's good. I got a lot of mats. I need one more root. But yeah, that sucked. Like, I still have a lot of stuff. It might be, I know it's definitely after Elatrion, because like that's like a lot of my gear was that, but I don't know, like ever since then I have like, I get super crazy about backing up my data. I have an external, and I also back it up online. I think I told you I soloed Elatrion with just Bug. How? When? Was it after Elatrion was passed for a while? That's pretty crazy. You're talking about like insect glaive bug, right? That's awesome. Now that's impressive. That fight sucked so bad. You know, it wasn't like the most rage-inducing fight. I can't. That's kind of hard to say because there's a lot of contenders in that game. I used the glaive when it came to fire phase, but mostly the bug. Got it. Yeah. I don't know, Insect Glaive is one of those weapons where I'm just like, what the fuck is this? You know? One of the more out there ones. I still think Hunting Horn might be like one of the goofiest, you know? Like you got your little dance, you like your dance stance while you're playing music. I loved Elatrion Fight. I didn't hate it. There's just like, well into its release, I would get paired up with people that knew, like, had no idea, like, what the fuck they were doing. That ends up being the main reason why I ended up soloing a lot. Also, I feel like that's how you really understand the fight. Soloing is really what got me into being a bow god, because I'm like, you can't kill me if you can't touch me, you know? I can't remember if I asked you if you played the bow at all. But if you did, do you have a preference between pierce or spread? Or I guess normal shots. There's like a normal could kind of work for either one. Oh, that was a pissed off dog. All right. Can I help you? Would you like some tea or some coffee? Perhaps you would like to use the toilet, or maybe you want to sleep in my bed. Huh? No? Then why did you barge into my house uninvited, huh? Get lost, you impudent vermin. I love this game. Dude, this game, like, they just poke fun at all the weird shit, you know? In our RPGs that we play. Link's just walking into somebody's house, picking up pots and throwing them against the wall. They're like, this is normal? Oh, man. Are they doing drugs? Yeah, that's some shady shit. Once the king tried to ban alcohol during wartime, we were supposed to concentrate more on killing than drinking. People were killing themselves instead of the enemy. Wow. This might be the most depressing place in the game. Hey, it's Dario. Why? Dario needs a burger. Is this going to be a quest? Why did he have like a custom... He had like custom art. Alright. We got to find Dario a burger. Actually, I want a burger too. How do I get over there? Alright. Oh. That's deceptive. Oh, shit. Alright, so now I'm over here. Neat. I think after this, we'll play for a little bit longer. I'm gonna hop onto Wild Hearts and do some maintenance stuff. I'll probably keep the stream up. But yeah, I gotta get that treasure hunting out of the way. Okay. So it kicked me out. I already went here. What does it want me to go? I already went. Okay, let's finish exploring first. Oh, here. Yeah, we need this. All right, so here is this Adventurers Guild. Alright, yeah. Alright, so we got this. Ahoy, ye hardy. Alright, so they have a bunch of mats that you're going to use later. So I'm not going to buy anything now until I actually need it. Alright, I only did one world boss. I want to talk to that guy. Get out of the way, you fat pig. Alright. I don't think there's anything else. But just in case. Nope. This city just feels like a bad place to be. That's the wrong way. Okay. There's one more place I need to go. How do I get over there? Help. So that put me in 1. 2 would spit me out there. I think I did all those. Yeah, there's nothing else. Oh, is this what I think? Killian, what are you doing there? Alright, so. Gonna be some spoilers here. If you're still watching Retro, I don't know if you're at this point. It goes into a little bit about Killian's backstory. Kind of dark. Yeah, so just so you know, I don't want to spring it on you. What are you doing here? Taking in the scenery while the rain is stopped. I still can't believe it. The Grand Grimoire is right under our noses. And? What do you mean, and? That's the reason we're here. We wanted to know more about it, who had placed it in Warrenshire back then, and above all, why. What then? I'm sorry, what do you mean? What do you plan to do with this knowledge? What's this about? You don't know, do you? I know what you want. You want the stone for yourself. I want to change this world. Having such a weapon would be helpful. Even though you know what it is capable of, do you find it despicable? The Grimoire kills people. This sword here does the same, and yet we wield it every day for our cause. You can wield a sword and choose your targets. The Grimoire obliterates everything. That is true. Don't get me wrong. Every human life is precious to me. Just look back. We are walking on a mountain built of corpses. The blood of many is on our hands. The blood of people who were ready to die for their cause. We do not kill the innocent. If possible, I would not want to use the Grimoire. It is much more useful as a scare tactic than a weapon. Enemies will throw their weapons at the mere sound of the name. Remember how our enemies feared the band of the Iron Bull. I'm off to bed. See you later. Yeah, take it easy, Retro. Do you know the reason why I want to change this world? No. I come from a merchant family. We were quite wealthy, but since dealing with money is frowned upon where I come from, we were not very influential. We had a big house, servants, always clean clothes, and enough food, but all this did not protect us from the world outside. Oh God. My younger sister went out riding one day, and the horse went wild. It raced through half the city until it finally stumbled in a harbor district, fell to the ground, and broke its leg. My sister sought help in an area that, even in broad daylight, was visited only by scoundrels. Weak and completely on her own, she could not defend herself when they came for her. Dozens of men threw themselves on her, one after another. Our butler found her in a gutter hours later. She had fallen into a coma. I was so angry that I rode into the harbor that same evening to look for the culprits. But who was I supposed to find? Half the neighborhood had taken advantage of her. So yeah, this is pretty fucked up. There were parts of that I'm like, oh, I don't even want to read this, man. I haven't seen her for years, but from letters my parents send me, I know she is still sleeping. I was a very liberal person whose greatest role model was Alfred of the Band of the White Dragon, a man who achieved fame with his mercenaries and at one point was as powerful as the armies of the greatest kingdoms. Since he came from the common folks, he tried to abolish the royal houses and establish democracy. I wanted to be like him, and after the incident with my sister, even more so. I could have felt anger. I could have felt anger for the common rabble, but I did not. I did not want to fight the lower class, but rather the causes that made them this way. I set myself the goal that if my sister ever woke up from her coma, she would look into a new world, a better world that I created with my own hands, and for that I must take use of different means, like the Grand Grimoire. Grimoire. The first thing your sister will see when she wakes up is not the beautiful world you have created, but the monster her brother has become. Don't worry, we'll never get to that stone anyway. Those are just empty words. All right. Woo!